Right, so very good evening and welcome to the webinar. Today's webinar is on the objective of understanding what exactly artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning is and how these are correlated, and discussing about a couple of applications of this, and thereafter looking into like what we have in it for you, right? As a course module on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning from TechTrunk Ventures. What's that we have, right? So let's go ahead with that and get into it. Okay. So we'll be discussing about the understanding of AI, what exactly AI is. So you see, when you talk about artificial intelligence, probably all of you are here only because you must have heard about AI, and probably you might have seen a lot of requirements of people looking for AI engineers, machine learning engineers, data scientists, right? So those are all the roles that people get to play once they learn they have the understanding of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Well, so the main idea of AI is it's more of like a very general purpose word, which means building the human kind of intelligence into machines, making machines and computers think intelligently as good as humans. And there have been a couple of correlated terms, kind of like machine learning and deep learning. So you see, when you talk about AI, it's not very new to the world. It's like it's there into existence from 1950s. And a part of it is actually the machine learning. So AI is an umbrella, you can call it. AI is an umbrella of a number of algorithms, right? So you can say algorithm A, right? Probably let's say that it's fuzzy logic. There could be algorithm called, let's say, genetic algorithms. So it's an umbrella of multiple algorithms, all the mathematical algorithms which are used to build intelligence. A subset of AI is something what you call machine learning, a part of it. And so machine learning are those set of algorithms which consume data. So the algorithms which use data to build intelligence, they fall under machine learning. They fall under machine learning. And then there is another subset of machine learning, which is what you call deep learning. So these days, the kind of advancement that you get to hear, that probably Google is doing this. Google is coming up with AlphaGo, OpenAI, self-driving cars, right? So the sort of advancement that you get to see that actually majority of them are backed by deep learning chatbots, majority of them. So deep learning are again set of algorithms which are more effective than machine learning, and you actually need not to tell the algorithm what to learn. The algorithm itself recognizes the features that it needs to learn. Probably the words like features might not make much more sense if you are not much into data science or artificial intelligence. But yeah, there's a difference between them, probably which you may get to understand much better once you understand what exactly machine learning is. Well, in layman terms, I would say it's all about making machines learn from data and without programming them in explicit manner. So these are the kind of correlated technologies. So the whole idea is, you see, machine learning is not different than AI. It's a part of AI. It's a subset of AI. Deep learning is not different than AI. It's a subset of machine learning. Subsequently, it's a subset of AI as well. Similarly, all these fields, and there have been a lot of correlated fields like making use of probability and statistics on data. That's what people in banking, finance, and a number of other enterprises have been doing this, applying stats and probability on data to make some business sense out of it. This field they generally call as, and visualization capabilities, they call it as business analytics, business intelligence. And when you combine these fields all together, which is what you call as more of data science, and subset of it is data analytics. Similarly, when you combine text processing with machine learning, that's what we call as more of natural language processing. When you combine image processing with machine learning, we call it computer vision. right? So these are quite of correlated technologies, and a number of them make use of capabilities of machine learning into that. The kind of adoption that many of the IT companies do have these days in terms of how they are adapting AI, majority of them are actually adapting machine learning because the set of algorithms which fall under machine learning, which use data to build intelligence, are actually the one of the most powerful set of algorithms under AI, and that's where majority of the capabilities are built on the top of machine learning. Right. So in general, when you talk about what exactly is machine learning and what do you mean by that, right? So if I have to introduce you the machine learning in very layman words, right? So it's again not a very you can say one go thing, so that I can completely make you expert in that in just 1 minute. But yeah, I can make you understand that in one go in layman terms. So let's say that if I have to learn to ride a bike, probably what I do is I'll go to ride a bike, and for the very first time, if I make an accident, right, so I'll get to learn that okay, this could be a wrong way of riding bike. If I don't make an accident, I'll get to learn that this could be a right way of riding bike. Well, second time when I go to ride a bike, if first time it was an accident, I'll try to avoid that way of riding bike. If it was not an accident, I'll try to use the same way. So we humans, whenever we do any task, we gain some experience, and with that experience we try to improve our performance whenever we do the same task second time. This process is something what we call learning. When you repeat the same process over a period of time, we say that okay, we are learning, we are building intelligence, and we become a good bike riding agent. The same way, if so, in our layman terms, you can say that we humans, right? We humans learn from experiences, whereas the current set of machines and computers that we program, right? So those machines and computers, they follow instructions. Right, so the kind of machines that we have been programming, so we have been providing the human intelligence to them. For example, if this do this, if this do this, else if this do this, else if this then this, like that, if then rules, right? So we made machines follow instructions. So the current set of computers, ERPs, ERM portals, everything that we have been developing in IT and non-IT domain, it's more of instruction based programming. When you combine two, that's where the term machine learning comes up. The idea of machine learning is all about making machines learn from experiences. And for them, the experience is data. So for them, the experience that you say is data. So they learn from data, and that's what we say is making machines learning from or learn from experiences. So it's like, let's say that if there's an sort of if I have to develop an face recognition algorithm which can recognize easily face. So what I need is I need data of my faces. I need around 20, 30 or 40, 50 images of my face which I can use to train an algorithm which can consequently recognize my face. A very simple example could be 5 years back, the way we used to upload our pictures on Facebook. Facebook used to ask us, would you like to tag your friends? We used to say, okay, let's do that, man. And it was like, okay, let's tag. 2 years down the line, they started detecting the face. So they started detecting, okay, this is a face. Who is that? Is it your friend, Mr. XYZ? This is another face. Who is that? Is it your Mr. Friend? I mean, is it your friend, Mr. ABC? So we said, okay, let's do that. We started tagging that as well. Down the line now, when you upload your pictures or your friends' pictures on Facebook, it also recognizes it. Like, okay, this is Mr. XYZ. Would you like to tag him? This is Mr. ABC in your picture. Would you like to tag him? So the algorithm knows how do you look like over a period of time, whatever pictures we have uploaded on Facebook, the algorithm has learned how do we look like. Even our government do not know that, but the Facebook algorithm knows. So this is how there's an algorithm which learns from data continuously and recognizes faces so as to keep people more engaged and learn about the behavior of the customers or the people who are on Facebook. Right? That's one example of it. Right. So that's all you say, learning from data. Right, so it's all about, you can say machine learning is all about technology in which you make algorithm computers learn from data without explicit programming. When you say explicit programming, that means we don't do if in the rules. We build mathematical learning models which can learn from data. All right, well, that's the idea. And other than that, you talk about applications. Where do we need this and where do we use it? Right. So there are a bunch of them. Financial predictions, fraud detection, detecting fraud on credit card. That's done by machine learning algorithms. Approving loan or not, machine learning algorithms. Predicting what will be the price of a particular share in stock market, machine learning. Predictive maintenance, telling the particular machine or equipment in the plant will get damaged or not, machine learning. Ad plus information, whether the user will click on an advertisement or not. Targeting sales, projecting the forecasting sales and the marketing output. Churn prediction, whether customer will leave or not leave. So there are a bunch of applications which are backed by machine learning, web click records, face recognition, chatbots, machine translation, sentiment analysis, self-driving cars, diagnosis system. Bunch of them are backed by. So these days, all the industries, all the you can say enterprises in different domain are actually moving towards adapting data-driven model of business, which is largely backed by machine learning set of algorithms, and which is a part of AI again. So that's how they have been adapting AI. A couple of examples here, like Google have been using. One of the app on Google is Google Translate, which does the real-time optical character recognition plus machine translation. Another is MIT has started using building some capabilities in way they can use deep learning to help the surgeons take better decisions at the time of surgery. This is one of the capability of machine learning, right? So in last just a year back, OpenAI defeated the world Dota 2 champions in the online gaming. That shows that you can actually build into the computers as intelligent as humans, in some cases surpass the human intelligence as well. A very simple example is for me, when I was a kid, probably for you as well, it would have taken around 1 year to learn ABCD. For me, it took 1 year to learn ABCD. But if I have data of, in case just by collecting data of ABCD handwritten characters, 10,000 or 100,000 samples, it takes hardly 30 minutes for an machine learning algorithm to learn and start recognizing ABCD. That's how capabilities have been built, and where it takes lesser time for the computers to recognize the patterns and act intelligently in a number of cases. In some of the areas, again, there are drawbacks. There are yet a number of developments to be done, which is happening. When talk about deep learning, people actually started believing on machine learning because of deep learning, because deep learning brings that sort of good capabilities. Compared to Indian market, deep learning is not that much trending. It's like people have started, majority of the companies have started getting into machine learning. There are very few companies which are getting into deep learning algorithms. Deep learning domain. Over past 1 year, I have been consulting for a number of projects. I have recently consulted to McKinsey. I have consulted to projects to BNP Paribas, JP Morgan and Chase, Ericsson, and a similar number of other companies in banking, finance, and IT domain. So what I could say is a number of them are actually getting into machine learning. So there's a good scope actually where there's a requirement of qualified, capable data scientists, and that shows the possibility how you can get yourself into that. Well, other than that, talking about applications, Virgin Airlines have been using machine learning for predicting that who are the more targeted users to be connected for buying tickets, or who are more likely to travel by airways, or who are more likely to find a hotel and buy a hotel like that for a hotel room for rent like that. Similarly, there have been applications of machine learning in a number of domains: manufacturing, retail, healthcare, travel, hospitality, banking, finance, oil and gas, mining, number of applications. Every domain is actually getting to know and getting to enter into machine learning and start adapting it. So there's actually a big wave and quite a quick adaptation. When it comes to manufacturing domain, smart industry, smart factory is largely backed by IoT plus machine learning. When it comes to IT, a number of IT operations are now getting automated, whether it is support, whether it is testing, whether it is sort of development, right? Whether it is the operations, everything is now getting much optimized, more efficient, backed by machine learning. A very simple example could be, let's say that 6 years back, the way we used to apply for loan applications, it was more of like we used to apply for loan applications in terms of manual forms. So there used to be people in banks who used to assess and analyze those manual forms, and you can say approve a particular loan applications. Down the line, as the banks wanted to expand their geographical area in which they operate and the number of customers to whom they reach, they started providing the loan application form over internet, right? So people can now you can say apply for loan on internet, but that also increased the number of people who apply for loan. Now let's say that there are 1,000 people who apply for loan in a day. It's very logical that only 200 or 300 of them are going to be eligible for the loan. Now, if there are humans to handle those loan applications and process them manually, you can say that 80% of the workforce is just going to filter the loan applications which are not at all generating revenue, which is not going to be suitable to their business model. So that's where what those companies did is they adapted machine learning based solutions. Whatever data they could collect from the loan applications, they trained a machine learning algorithm. So now when we apply for loan on internet, the decision whether we are eligible for it or not, or whether our application should be forwarded from human intervention manually or not, is taken by a machine learning algorithm. So that's how a number of companies, in order to improve the efficiency of their workforce, in order to optimize the operations, in order to save cost, reduce time of operation, have started adapting and looking into machine learning solutions. A number of them. I have a bunch of examples to discuss. Well, so that's how enterprises have started looking into the possibility of adapting machine learning, and that has also created a possibility of the big wave of requirement of experts who are into or people who are good into this particular domain. A number of jobs which were there into IT around a year back have now started getting automated, whether it is from testing domain, whether it is from more of web framework development, right? Because there are sort of good frameworks which are available. So there's a good need for people to get upskilled and all. So there are a number of people who are getting into that. So that's where there's a good move and positivity into industry where there's a requirement of and people are adapting good ways to engage with the partners and get IT projects and sustain in the market. And that's where there's a requirement of machine learning. So that's all about the idea of ML, the overview part of it. So let me know if you have any question with the understanding of what exactly is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, and the sort of applications of it. Everyone, so let me know if you have any question, doubts so far. I mean, from whatever discussion that we had. It was a very general purpose discussion. So Mr. Sai Kiran, it seems like you have raised your hand. So let me know if you have any question. Mr. Bhuvaneshwar, Mr. Raju, Pradeep, Shabana, Sravani, Vamshi, Mr. Krishna, everyone. So let me know if you have any question and doubts so far. I mean, the whatever the discussion that we had out of it. Well, so talking about the course that we offer at TechTrunk Ventures, so we have been like active into this particular field of training people in machine learning and artificial intelligence from more than 2 years, and we have been also recognized as India's top 5 AI training provider by Analytics India, and also as Silicon India. Have got recognition from many of the media partners and the news agencies as well. And so talking about the content, what do we deliver into the course? So if you're going to attend a course at machine learning, what is that you're going to get to learn into that? So in this particular course, we start from the basics of AI and machine learning from scratch. Right. Saikiran, I'm just going to take your question in a minute. Right. So yeah, so in this course, we start from AI and machine learning from scratch. Then we generally take Python as a programming language to develop the models and develop the machine learning based applications. And we also train people on Python from very basics, considering that they do not know anything about Python. So with this course, you also get an added advantage to learn Python as well. Other than that, we also train on Python for handling data and Python for use, the part of Python used for machine learning applications, like the data handling packages, the data science part of Python. We teach machine learning algorithm, majority of the popular machine learning algorithm from scratch, including neo-based neural networks, distant tree, linear regression, logistic regression, separator machines from supervised, bunch of them from unsupervised as well. We also focus on all the data science techniques in terms of using statistics and probabilistic part to apply on numerical data. Maths behind every machine learning algorithm, which is one of the foremost requirement by the industries when it comes to hiring the machine learning experts. We focus a lot on that. Deep learning, basics of deep learning to getting expertise into that, maths behind deep learning. We also take into account a number of GPU-based packages and very popular packages like TensorFlow by Google, Keras by Google, and then we also get into, in our course, you'll get to learn about natural language processing, where you'll be able to build sentiment analysis, online brand evaluation, projects like that, chatbots. You'll get to develop chatbots from scratch. We also cover standard cloud platforms for machine learning, Microsoft Azure Machine Learning Studio, AWS Machine Learning Studio, the GCP platform for ML. Other than that, the Google frameworks are already covered, and GCP platform as well, the cloud platform by Google. Then there would be a number of assignments, projects, and assessments, which will help you out to improve yourself. And working with certain projects will also help you out to be confident to this particular field and making you able to capable of answering the questions when it comes to interviews. We continuously also keep on getting a number of requirements on machine learning, so we help our learners to get hired by a couple of companies who are looking for machine learning experts timely. So we forward the profiles as well. So this is how what we offer in the course that we have at TechTrunk Ventures on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So let me know if you have any questions. So meanwhile, Cyclone is having question. Just now I started seeing the join again. All right. So Cyclone, you'll be actually getting the link of the recorded session. So every session that we take, we also record it. So in case, let's say that you missed any session because of anything, like wise it happened with Cyclone. So you'll also get learning management system, LMS. So on the LMS, all the recorded sessions will be made available to you for lifetime access. Right. So in case that, let's say that you want to go through the course again and again after a certain time, or when you are deployed in a project and you do not remember any concept and you want to get into that, again you can access the videos. Other than the videos, you will get all the PPT, study material, books made available on the learning management system of our company, where you can access it for lifetime. So we provide the LMS access as well. lms.techtrunk.in. This is the portal where we provide the access to learning management system. So there are a bunch of courses which keeps on happening, and you get to access this, and you will be able to access all the recorded sessions of what you have attended, what question you have asked, and the projects as well. Well, in case you want to look into projects, you can also look into the projects at our website, techtrunk.in. Some projects done by some interns about kind of projects and the handling that they have been doing into AI, machine learning, and data science in the blog section. So you can look at here like this on IPL data analytics, predicting that which of the stadium is good for, like the way analytics you get to see in IPL matches. So working on that kind of real-time data, emotion detection, and these are sort of projects that we make our participants. In past, we have made our participants to do work on using machine learning and different analytics algorithms. Right. So these are the like this is the idea so far. What they learn is when they opt for any course on AI and machine learning at TechTrunk Ventures get to do. So I hope I have answered your question, Saikiran. So you'll get to access the video of this on YouTube. It will be available by tomorrow. You'll be also sent with the link of it as well. On the email, you will receive that. I hope that would help you out. So we generally discuss the introduction to AI and machine learning and the idea of what exactly AI is. So everyone, let me know if you have any questions so far for the day, any doubt that you have. And there's a question from Krishna. What is the average package structure for these jobs? Well, Krishna, it actually also depends on the number of years of experience that you have after your bachelor's. So in general, if you are even freshers, so we have even got some of the requirements recently for freshers as well, and those packages used to start from around 5.5 lakhs to further 18 to 20 lakhs for people who are at least having 2 to 3 years of experience. People who are having even overall 5 years experience and relevant 2 to 3 years of experience, they even get packages up to 24 to 28 L as well as in beginning part. As majority of the people in machine learning domain are getting to start, so initially this is the package. But yeah, if you get to opt for a job in the Western market, you will easily grab a package of 60 70 LPA, because that's where this is the companies are more matured. In Indian market, mostly the companies are getting to start into this. So on a minimum, I would say 5.5 to 6 is the minimum, the package that you get if you are into this particular field. And more than that, it keeps on improving as much as experience that you have. Even you don't have much of relevant experience, but overall experience is good. That means you're good at least the application development and all those capabilities. Like probably you may have a background of Java or database administrator, uh, like Android developer, like that. So those will also be an added advantage which will help to improve your the package. So I hope that answers the question, Krishna. There's a question from Saikiran. How many days the course will be? So the course will be of 3 months. Throughout the 3 months, you'll be working on a variety of parts, which we have discussed, which are displayed here. And you'll also be given with a number of assignments and assessments as well, and projects as well. There's a question, does the TechTrunk Ventures provide the opportunities for experienced people? Yes, we provide opportunities for experienced people as well. So we keep on getting a number of requirements, because like at the time you end up with the course, and at that time, if you finish your assignments and everything, then only you will be getting the opportunities. And in that case, you finish it up. So at the time, whatever the opportunities will be available will connect with you, because in general, we don't say that opportunities are waiting for you. So there are opportunities and people get hired, but we keep on getting continuous uh, requirement for hiring machine learning engineers. So there are people we even help them get placed who are having 5 years, 6 years, 10 years experience as well into different domain, and now getting to work into machine learning. So yeah, in fact, you can, if in case you have 2.5 years experience, you can get a lot of assessment assistance from us, which will help you out to get absorbed by the industry. Okay. Well, so I hope we are good so far, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions so far from the discussion that we have. So this is the landscape of the course that what we uh, train the professionals into machine learning and AI and DL. 3 months course, and as I said, a number of exciting things, the opportunities. We also help our learners to get recognized as well of what work they have done, so which can help them again in turn to get recognition and absorbed by the industry. There's a question, daily will be having class from 8 to 9. No, Saikiran will be having class in the morning batch. Well, regarding that, much more in detailed understanding you can have by connecting to one of the executive from TechTrunk Ventures. They can help you out with that. So mostly we cover in order to catch up, because we also have a number of participants from out of India as well, Western part of the world. And to match that timing, we keep it on early morning hours. so that the timings from the Indian and the EST, IST, and PST, all the timings could be matched together. All right. So I hope we are good so far, everyone. Any question, any doubt so far you have, any query that you have from this session. So I hope now you have experience of the way we take the session. So we use this particular portal, Go to Training, and which has sort of interactive structure. You'll also be able to participate in polls, in queries, in assignments as well on this. And the videos will also be available to you. All right. Seems we are good so far, right? So Shramani and Krishna, Shabana and Pradeep, Raju, Bhuneshwar, and Saikiran. I hope we are good so far, everyone. Right. So with this part, then we'll be ending up your webinar. And thank you all for joining. See you all soon in the session. All right. For any queries, feel free to connect us on the number given at TechTrunk Ventures website or email us at contact@techtrunk.in. Thank you all. Bye bye.